And we're live. Hi, this is Lila Monkhouse with Neoncog Entertainment back again with another episode of Meeting the Cast. So you are friendly. Is
Aren't
that
I, though?
uh, my notes say that your name is Friendly Godhunter?
They are correct.
Oh, then your name is Friendly.
Yes.
Excellent. So you've been on quite an adventure so far, Friendly. Tell us about it.
That's one way to put it. What would you like to know?
The beginning, middle, and end, but what is how did you get to here?
I am an operative of my people in a war. As I was delivering material and information, I came across informants and agents of the Salvation. I'm sure you're aware of them, a widely traveled, well read young woman like you.
Absolutely.
Of course, you're a bright journalist. There's no reason you wouldn't know what they are. I found out what they were looking for, sent them on their way, and from there gathered a group of people that I felt as though I could depend upon in the desert. First, to track down a rumor of the lair of the Sphinx, and to warn them that the Salvation had such information. This, of course, became, as you know, or you wouldn't be asking, the predication of a chase. Once we found that the sanctum of the Sphinx had been violated, we mobilized through the desert, made our chase and our way. We had some expert tracking on hand. Handily found the culprits, negotiated the return of the ward of the Sphinx, and have now set out. Well, you know the rest.
Well, it's the your so you started at one point, got information, found out your information was true, but also other people had it, and then had to chase down something.
That about sums it up.
Tuesday it said that you made a deal, or that she made a deal with a automaton to bring a little girl back to its mother, which we had a very interesting conversation about. Was it this little girl you were chasing?
Well, I mean, the people who took the ward of the Sphinx. Yes,
That's who you are chasing. I
of
understand.
course, of course.
What has been most memorable so far in this adventure in the desert?
Why do you want to know?
Because this is a interest. This is the interest piece. Like,
Hmm. What do I think would be of interest to your viewers?
certainly that would work.
The code flows through all things. It writes every iota of each piece of the universe. I have been fascinated to have been caught up in its woof in this instance.
So you are a cleric of the code, and that is my understanding. That's correct, right?
I have devoted my life to the code.
How did that start for you? That experience of becoming dedicated to something as ineffable as the code?
It's the realization that we are all dedicated to the code. I'm just honest about it.
Yes, but that's vague. I mean, you specifically, Friendly. What's that story for you? If you don't want to talk about it on television, that's okay. You can just say that.
Certainly.
All right.
Does the
So
silence make you uncomfortable?
silence doesn't get views.
Mm.
So what is your relationship like with your other party members?
We're colleagues.
But you said that you felt that you could trust them.
Said I could depend on them.
Oh,
That's not the same thing.
that is a distinct difference. Do you feel that you can trust any of them? You don't
No,
have to specify who.
absolutely not. I mean, not with anything personal, anything that would matter. I can depend on them to work in a common goal.
That's a good at least start. Tell us some more about the Winari and the Salvation. Like, of course, we have the general bird's eye view that anyone in the city can get, but getting that from an inside person, that's a special treat. Uh, Give us a little bit of what is it like being on this part of the battle? What do viewers need to know about this battle between the Winari and the Salvation?
You think the viewers of your humanoid interest puff piece want details about the genocide of my people?
Yes. I mean,
I
when you put
think
it
they'd
like
be more
that,
comfortable with silence.
are you saying that what the Salvation is doing is a genocide? Because that's, I mean, certainly not what the Salvation reports. Obviously, they would have a bias, but that's why I'm asking you.
Put them in a zone of truth next time. Better yet, let me do it.
I think that's a pretty clear answer.
Isn't
Uh,
it?
who in your party, if you were had to prioritize rescuing just one person in your party, who would it be? Other than yourself.
Clearly. Empress,
Any reason why?
most capable moving forward, as well as, besides me, the only other one able to bring the rest of the group back from the dead.
Fair point. Long. You do a long view a lot, don't you?
I am a cleric of the code.
You seem to, because of that capacity along do, have sort of inadvertently ended up being a little bit of a leader for this group. And I know you're the
Yeah.
one who sort of aimed that direction by connecting them. You and your friend, Tuesday mentioned him, but he didn't remember, or she didn't remember his name. She said
Oh,
that
freed.
yeah, yes, okay, awesome. He said that he's no longer with you, but that the two of you had been the instigators in bringing this group together.
Yes.
How does it feel to be a leader?
No different than anything else. I go in the direction I go. Sometimes I pay people to follow. Occasionally, I inspire someone to follow. That doesn't matter one way or the other.
So one of the questions on my list is, do you consider yourself to be a hero? But I mean, I feel like that's not as interesting of a question as would you ever consider yourself to be a hero?
Heroes are just the idiots that die at the end of the story. I get things done.
It's very important to you. The effectiveness, I mean.
At the end of all the code must be an execute function.
So there's a one more question. It's one we're asking everyone. So at least you're not alone in whatever might be awkward about this. But uh, just a little bit of fun from the audience. What is the true meaning of life?
There is none. Truth and meaning are mutually incompatible.
That's fascinating, and I'm certain we're going to have a interesting discussion about this in the comments. Uh, what's next? I understand that you all are resting for a moment, and Empress said that you had to go to SeaWorld, and Tuesday said you were after a meteorite?
They have all been so forthcoming. I'm glad you got to talk with them. There are many mysteries to the south, fights to be had.
You're ready to have them.
I must be, otherwise I wouldn't.
Feel like that sentence was incomplete. Otherwise, you wouldn't what?
Have these fights, seek these secrets, make these journeys.
Is there anything in particular you're looking for or looking forward to?
Enlightenment.
On a shorter timeline.
Enlightenment.
Well, this has been absolutely frustrating.
Enlightening, I think you mean.
Thank you so much for your time today, Friendly, and maybe we'll catch up with you at another point. From those of all of us here at Neon Cog Entertainment, don't ask us to do this one again. Thank you.